Hi everybody, Joe Brancato. We're down here in the sGUNkWerks lab. And I just thought I'd show you guys and gals the FX Impact MKII that I was shooting at the RMAC this year. Story behind it was the week before I was with some friends. We borrowed an Impact and we were splitting cards at 50 yards. And I was so consistently splitting cards at 50 yards. I was so amazed. I was like, wow, I didn't realize these impacts are that accurate. I went out and pulled one out of stock and put my name on it. And then the next week I flew out to RMAC, threw a scope on it, and this gun placed number 2, the first day of trials. So the gun shoots. The guy behind it, not so much, but the gun shoots. Number 2 out of the whole everybody. This gun does very well. So let's take a look at what we've done to it. So the first day we got the gun, I pulled this scope off of another gun that I was shooting. It was 22 that I used to shoot, 22 caliber. And it's a bit overkill, but I like it. It's a 10 to 50 by 60. And I chose that because I was shooting 22. When you get a 22 in the black hole, it's really hard to see at 100 yards with a 24 power or even sometimes a 32. So I upped it to a 50. This is my scope. I like it. It's a Hawk 10 to 50 by 60 Sidewinder ED. Good scope. Figured, well, it's a good scope. Let's just keep it and put it on this gun. Since then, we've got a couple of guns we've been modeling here at the shop, at the lab, and everybody loves it, so we kind of keep it on. This gun was originally set up with the side shot scope cam for when I had it on the 22. And that just goes on like that. It's very easy. Once you set it up, you just get it in here, and then that allows you to actually take videos of the, you just slide your phone in here, right there, and that allows you, oh boy, that'll come. It'll allow you to simultaneously video while you're looking through here. It's pretty cool. And that's the side shot scope cam. That's pretty popular too. We saw a lot of those. So what else did we do to this that's a little different? I don't shoot, by the way, when I'm in bench rests, I don't have the scope cam on. I prefer to just shoot regular. Let's see, some of the other things that we have. Probably one of the most surprising things to me was, yeah, I know, go figure, a bipod. I'm a sandbag guy, always used a sandbag. Because I'm mostly hunting, and I don't hunt a lot. I don't get a lot of shot. You know, I'm not like a guy that shoots like every day or every week. I get out a couple times a year because we're just that busy. But when we get out, we have a lot of fun, and we do okay. We put the extended Picatinny here, trigger guard. And what that does is it gets the bipod out further so that it's a lot more stable. Right about here is the balance point for the impact. So if it's right here, it's okay, but having it out here is a lot more stable. And for certain kinds of bipods, they either hit the bottle here or they'll hit something over here. So it was required of me actually to put this one on. But since then, I really like the fact that I have put it on. They're available in black and silver, and they're also available with a little gizmo in here that gives you more Picatinny action. So conceivably, you could put this on and move it even further out if you were really inclined to do so. I just have it mounted with the black and using that Picatinny right there. These are really well made, nice and beefy. They're really high quality. I like the black, or I like the silver black look. You could put the silver on here and, you know, just whatever combination you want. But of course, whatever we have, you'll want the opposite color. So that's the bipod and the extended rail here for the trigger guard. Let's see what else. Oh, when I was at RMAC, I was getting 64 shots on the reg. Now, I had my gun set for 860 feet per second with a 30 caliber 44 grain pellet. I was getting 64 shots on the reg, down from 250 to 130 bar. After 130 bar, I still got another, well, the rest of the mag for a total of 72 shots. So that was 72 from 64. I got an additional 8 shots that well, let's just see how it does. And even though it was off the reg, I put it in the same hole at 50 yards. So basically, I'm getting 72 shots at 50 yards. I don't know how it would have done at 100. Maybe those last 8 shots off the reg may have dropped at 100. I don't know. But at 50, same hole. Just amazing. Definitely very impressive to me. That was at 860. Since then, we got back here to the sGUNkWerks lab, and we're up in the pressure now. Now we're going to try to get this to shoot 980 to 1,000 feet, and that's our next series of videos. So we've got it up. The first thing we did was got it up to about 930-ish, 920, 930-ish. We've got some extra parts we'll show you in the next video that we're going to do to crank this thing up faster. But in doing so, you're going to use more air. So what did we do was we used this, one of our new 580 cc bottles. So you can do the math, figure out 580 over 480. That number will give you the number of shots. Increase if you don't change anything, but we're changing the power, so it might go back down. It could be up, down, who knows. But we're pretty proud of these 580 cc bottles. We think they're going to be great. You know, what could be better than a 580 cc bottle? Two 580 cc bottles. So this is another Mark II that we put together. And this thing's just bad, man. This is cool. This would be a bench gun or a hunting gun that you would just be sitting at a bench. This isn't something I'd want to carry around. But if you want something that is extremely quiet, this is 25 cal. Man, this thing's a beast. This is a Mark II. We set it up at 930 with an 18 grain. No, it's 25 caliber. It was 25-39 grain pellet. And even with that, and there's no pellet in here, so it's going to be a little louder, but we put the Emperor on it. I'll put it right next to the mic. It's just silly quiet, man. It's like nothing. The 30 caliber with our Sumo is quiet. The 30 caliber with an Emperor, or 25 caliber with an Emperor, is like silly quiet. Let's see, what else do we have on here? Oh, well, obviously we have a dual tube adapter. Now, if you're changing pressures on your regulator, i.e. caliber, maybe going from a pellet to a slug and back, you really want to dial into the same numbers that you have. So you want to be really critical, precise is the better word, of your gauge pressure, of your regulated pressure. You want to know this number really well. And the analog gauges, any analog gauge, is a little tough to read, especially these small ones. So we opted for this one right here. I think we've got this set at about 142 or 143. Let's take a peek where she is. And 144, yeah, I knew it was somewhere around there. And I'll tell you, that really allows you to just dial it right back to where you had it before. If you're just going to set it and forget it, you don't need this. But if you're going to be going back and forth between barrels, liners, or calibers or anything like that, I strongly suggest that. These have been really popular. We just put them on as people request. They're simple. Takes about 2 minutes to put them on. And I like the accuracy. It really does help when you're resetting it back to where you were. So that's about it. I think we caught everything. We've got the scope, extended rail, bipod, extended bottle, lift, and digital gauge. We'll hit you up with some other stuff to show you how we're going to get this up to 1,000 feet per second. We've got that here, but we don't want to make the videos too long. And with that, we'll say take care, God bless, safe shooting. Remember to like our videos, please, and tell your friends about us. This is Joe Brancato, the airgun scientist from the sGUNkWerks lab, saying take care.